What's going on, everybody? Today I'm bringing you Call of Duty Black Ops beta video, and this is going to be more of a kind of cut-com episode here, and basically we're just going to talk about the beta as a whole and kind of my thoughts on Call of Duty going forward in the future and the release of the game. So for the most part, this is probably the most smooth I've ever felt about a beta. Typically, you know, in these betas, we experience a lot of glitches and weird oddities and all that. I know when you load into a game, it happened to me personally. I don't know about your guys' experience, but a lot of packet bursting. So when I would get into gunfights, it would sometimes lag and cause me to obviously lose that gunfight. I feel like that's just server related and it'll probably increase over time. Yeah, hopefully this is just the beta, and when they release the game, obviously the servers will be better. Besides that though, very smooth beta. Guns feel great. Movement we'll get into a little bit later, but it's crazy what you can do in this game. With the maps that we have so far, I feel like there's only one bad map, and that would be the satellite one. The beta maps we have so far are Skyline, Scud, and Derelict. Obviously, probably my opinion would be it changed. When I first started playing, I really didn't like Derelict because it reminded me of the MW 2019's train map where you just toss up a nade and basically get insta-killed. But as I played the map more, I kind of got used to it, and kind of my opinion changed and leaned towards probably Scud being the worst one. Just because of one side of the map where you spawn, there's no cover at all. You're basically out in the open, and if you get stuck in a spawn trap, you're kind of out of luck. But with these maps, what we got so far, honestly, is better than the last two Call of Duties that we've had. And the reason I say that is mainly because we had last year's COD, MW3. They didn't really come up with their own original maps. They just remastered old ones. And it really just didn't fit the movement of the game and the pace of the game. You're taking old maps that were meant for slower paced movement and putting it into a newer game where everybody is just running super fast all the way around. Not that that's a problem, but it's just that it's meant for slow peaking and all that, like MW2, the original MW2 was for, not the fast-paced movement of this game. And it just felt kind of overall lazy, is to just remaster old maps. So that's kind of why I've enjoyed these maps so far and gotten used to it. But yeah, for the most part, like I said, these three maps that we got are great. Hopefully we'll see some more throughout this weekend as it goes, but this is kind of just my initial raw feelings about the game. Movement feels great. I love the color, the Treyarch genre of maps and all that. Guns always kind of leaned heavily more towards Infinity Ward being the better at that. But the guns that I've used so far in this game aren't too bad. We only have access to a few main guns, and I mainly used like the main ARs, main subs, and all that. I haven't yet to check out the snipers and shotguns and all that, but I heard in terms of snipers, they can feel a bit more clunky. I have yet to use them myself to lighten my own opinion on the matter, so I'm not 100% sure how they feel like to me. But in terms of, and this is kind of we'll get into here in a second, like I said, the movement, but I'm kind of gonna shift it. I know we only have access to the multiplayer section, of course, but I'm really interested to check out zombies I know I haven't really posted a lot of Call of Duty probably in a long time on this channel. And I don't think I've ever posted zombies on this channel, which is honestly the main reason why I got so heavily into Call of Duty to begin with, is zombies. The first Call of Duty I played was Modern Warfare, the original, so that came out in 2007. So that was introduced to me by my brother, but that's neither here nor there. What really got me hooked into zombies to Call of Duty, excuse me, was Black Ops. Didn't play a whole lot of Cold War, but Black Ops Zombies, me and my buddies would stay up till probably 3, 4 in the morning on the weekends just playing round-based zombies. And seeing what I've seen from that, I'm kind of disappointed because I really like how in zombies it used to be round-based and there would be nothing else telling you what to do. So like I've heard that Easter eggs is going to be guided, which I mean, at that point, what's the point of calling it an Easter egg if it just tells you automatically where to go, what to place here, what to get, what to acquire, and all that stuff. Another thing I don't like about what I've seen from zombies, and the reason why I didn't really play Cold War, was because they're making it too much like Warzone. And what I mean by that is, why are we having plates in zombies, for one? For two, why can you upgrade the rarity of a weapon, a wall weapon? And then the third thing is bringing in a main loadout. Like, come on, that's not zombies at that point. That's just, I mean, I get it. It is zombies, but it's not the true nature of what made it so popular in the first place. And I can kind of see why the original and OG zombies fans are really kind of disappointed in Treyarch, because they had 4 years to develop this game, but they chose still to implement what they had in Cold War. But they brought back pieces like Gobblegum and all that to hype everybody up. So that's kind of just my initial thoughts on zombies. I'll definitely, when the game comes out, I'll give it a shot and see what's going on, and go from there. Now we'll kind of get back more into multiplayer here, and kind of how everything's feeling. Obviously, so far in the beta, there's kind of two main guns that everybody uses. For the sub, it's the Jackal PDW. What I've been using for AR has been the AK and the XM4. Those two guns are pretty the main ARs. The AK, I would say, for me, has been better, and that's kind of what you're seeing here in this gameplay, is me more or less using the AK more than the XM4 and all that. I think there is a couple maps in here that I do use the Jackal, and that's probably the best sub in the game. I know that the other sub that's kind of similar to the MP5, that's what I use a little bit too, and it's not bad. I mean, it's got like 0 recoil and all that, but I think sub so far is kind of superior, but that's mainly because of the maps that we have. Now we'll kind of transition here into more of the movement, and throughout this gameplay you'll kind of see a little bit of that Omni movement, and it's kind of just absurd what you can do. And my thoughts on that was, when I saw the kind of reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, was like, oh man, this is gonna absolutely suck. It's gonna be crazy, and you're not gonna be able to keep up with everybody because of the movement. But honestly, they did such a nice job with a subtle transition of that movement, and in certain cases, it honestly is actually a detriment of using it. So you can get yourself killed by using it incorrectly, and also the vice versa. If you use it correctly, you can avoid death, and honestly making big plays and all that with it. So it's very, very, very cool tool, and it's going to be interesting to see. Obviously the CWL our CDL pros and all of them use that, and even like the Warzone pros, if they are implementing this same movement within Warzone, it's going to be quite intriguing to see. But yeah, I mean, first initial thoughts, I'd say best beta we've had in 3-4 years. And if it stays the same way, I feel like it's going to be probably the best Call of Duty we've had in that same 3-4 years. I would say I haven't had this much hype in a Call of Duty in a long time, and typically for me, the competitive nature comes out in games like these, FPSs, because I know I used to play them competitively, and I might dabble my toes back into that, but I'm not sure. But in terms of this, though, I feel like this is one of these games I can just hop on and enjoy my time this go around, rather than having to absolutely sweat. I mean, I feel like it's still going to be pretty sweaty, but I feel like even if I were to get decimated in a pub match, I'm still going to enjoy it. Just the funny moments of people diving around and avoiding everything is kind of funny. Especially in the beta, since everybody's getting used to the movement and all that. But yeah, if you have any questions for me about the beta, leave a comment and try my best to answer as best I can. And appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I'll leave a little bit of extra gameplay here for you guys to watch. And like I said, appreciate your time, and thank you for tuning in. Thanks, guys. Peace.